Welcome back to episode 63 of the P.S. Gilmore story, and here we're still in 1886, and for a specific reason. We're going to look at this man here, Charles Stewart Parnell. Now, to most of you, you may wonder, who's Charles Stewart Parnell? Well, he was born in 1846 and he died in 1891. He had an American wife called Delia Stewart, who was daughter of the Admiral, the Rear Admiral actually, Charles Stewart, who had fought in the War of 1812 and even the American Civil War. They had a home in Bordentown, New Jersey. He was he had captained a number of ships, including the Experiment, the Chesapeake, Syrian, Argus, Hornet, Constellation, and Constitution. And so there was a strong link with the American history with the Stewart family. This man, Charles Stewart Parnell, he was a very important figure in Irish history because he basically developed a movement called the Home Rule Movement that campaigned for self-government in Ireland within the United Kingdom. And so we're going to look at that. There was a meeting held on the 29th of December 1885 because there was a huge need for funds to be raised for Ireland. And one of the people that was suggested to be approached to help raise funds was P.S. Gilmore. And that was, again, December 29th, 1885. By February the 3rd, Mr. Gilmore had come on board, and he was basically he had huge contacts with Madison Square Garden, obviously, and he was in the course of organising the actual event and so on, and P.S. Gilmore got involved in this movement so avidly. He was hook, line and sinker involved with the Home Rule movement. P.S. Gilmore, it says here, laughed so loudly after he heard this incident that he said he had approached, it says so, 40 to 50 musicians last Saturday, and he found the desire to do something for the cause was widespread amongst the musicians. Indeed, as soon as the subject of the concert was broached, 4 Englishmen rose in succession and offered their services. It was amazing how everyone seemed to get on board this particular, not just the Irish, the Jewish community, the Germans, and so on and so forth, because they saw that this was, if you like, breaking down the rules that held back the nations from where they came. Another meeting, Gilmore says, I have taken Madison Square Garden for the afternoon and evening of February the 14th for 2 grand concerts. I shall limit the size of the band, but I have no doubt we will have at least 150 pieces. If the spirit of Moore is present at the concerts as the harp that once stood Tara Halls will be, I am sure, etc., that it would be a success. And here is the concert program from that event. Gilmore's Parnell Parliamentary Fund Grand Concerts, Madison Square Garden, afternoon and evening, February the 14th, 1886. Place was packed absolutely to the rafters. And I'm going to show you just quickly the complete concert program from the day here now. Each page is, I think I've timed it at about 10 seconds or something like that. It includes all of the publicity for the members of Parliament that would be involved in the Parnell Parliamentary Party. And remember that the Parnell Parliamentary Party was also holding the balance of power in Westminster at this moment in time and actually keeping Gladstone in power. He was the Prime Minister of England at this moment in time. So here you're looking at the concert program, which is now in the safekeeping of the University of Maryland Special Collections. You can find it on by looking up University of Maryland Special Collections, and then look for the Parnell program under P.S. Gilmore or Patrick S. Gilmore. And again, Justin McCarthy, MP, most of these men at various stages would have come to America because, bear in mind, there was upwards of 1.5 million people at least at this stage, probably closer to 2 million Irish who had fled the famine and were doing quite well, thank you. And so they were most willing to contribute to the cause of home rule for Ireland. They needed money to obviously fight elections, and that was why this was such an important movement. But it has to be also emphasized by virtue of the fact that Gilmore was involved in this concert. It publicized the event, it publicized the cause, it publicized this story, which became known as the question of the day. This is from a newspaper at the time. The efforts of P.S. Gilmore, the popular bandmaster, on behalf of the Parnell Parliamentary Fund, were much further than halfway appreciated yesterday by the Irish and Irish American citizens of New York. And this was just after the actual event. Gilmore got the money together and he placed it on the table of the fund chairman, whose name was Eugene Kelly. And they raised $6,000. In today's money, by the way, that would equate, just based on inflation alone, it would equate to $193,000. The cause of Ireland, as someone living in America, no more than any immigrant that arrives in America, you never forget your homeland. And in actual fact, anyway, Gilmore continued to always fight for the cause of Ireland whilst living in America. And in 1889, he composed this piece of music called Ireland to England. And at the very, very top there, you see a simple peasant ballad on the question of the day, Home Rule for Ireland. Words and music by Patrick Sarsfield Gilmore. And this really spread the word amongst Americans with no Irish links at all, but now they understood what they were reading in the newspapers. And here is a letter of thanks from a lady called Fanny Parnell in Bordentown, New Jersey, and she was sister of Charles Stewart Parnell, thanking Gilmore. It's a letter to Gilmore, thanking Gilmore for his the great work that he has done for my brother and to the sacred cause in writing the song you created. The song she was talking about, of course, was Columbia and also Ireland to England. Fanny Parnell lived in Bordentown, and but she was not only a very proud American, but she was an extremely proud Irish woman as well. So that gives you some idea of the story of Gilmore and, in fact, the Irish cause and how he reacted to that. He was always involved very much with Ireland and so on and so forth. So, thank you very much for your time. Click subscribe and like, and I'll see you back next week. Thank you. Bye.